Ciao, benvenuti a IBC2025, siamo qui allo stand Angénieux a presentare le novità di quest'anno. Siamo qui con Benoît che ci parlerà dell'Optimo Ultra 65 mm. Hi Benoît, talk me about these lenses because I'm in love.
Yeah, you are. So, buongiorno. Ciao a tutti. Sono Benoît de Angeniéux. And I will explain you just a few words about this new version of the Ultra 12X. So, for the people who don't know about this lens, this is a Optimo 12X Ultra, which is a lens which is like gives the users the option of being used on several formats, either Super 35 with a 24-90 or Ultra 35 with a 26-320, covering the open gate of the Alexa 35, and also the full frame, becoming a 36-435, covering VistaVision and full frame. And now we've come up with let's say a fourth attachment to this lens, which works with the same lens body. And this attachment covers, as you just mentioned, the 65mm sensor of the Alexa 265. So basically the idea is like with the same lens, one lens body can be used either on one of the four attachments. So the idea is to propose this as an upgrade possible to the rental companies who are owning this lens, so that shipping back the lens with all the attachments to us at the factory, we'll be able to provide a fourth attachment covering 65mm.
It's a good investment, future-proof,
and
can permit you to use like a not so common 65 millimeters, and also not being without Ultra 12 in other formats. So you can use it on a full frame, you can use it on a Super 35, but you can also use it in a 65. And it's something very useful because the 65 format is something that is not so common right now, but I think will be the future.
Yeah.
And so being prepared.
It's ready now, so we are just getting feedback from the industry now, and we'll come up soon with a formal proposal aiming at rentals to be aware about the cost, delivery times, and process. Basically, the lens, when it's used as a 65mm lens, the lens becomes a 46-556 lens, so it's a very long lens, and the T-stop becomes a 5.6 T-stop, constant T-stop with no ramping at all from the wide to the long. And the image is beautiful, as equally good like when the lens is used in full frame or ultra or super 35 format. The lens is designed to be and is made for being equally good on all versions of it. So it's a really good option for rentals because you can cover every need you have with every type of sensor.
Thank you so much. We will see now the other news.
Yeah.
Grazie a Benoît. È una lente che è veramente molto duttile per tutti i formati e sono sicuro che lavorare adesso su 65 mm per Angénieux sarà un piccolo passo che porterà a essere ancora leader nella categoria zoom, ma non solo, nel mondo del cinema. E ora siamo qui a parlare dell'Angenieux Prime. Due le novità portate a IBC da Angénieux. In questo caso abbiamo il wide angle converter che moltiplica per 0,75 la lente, per esempio passando da un 18 a un 13 mm grazie al fattore di moltiplicazione, all'oval iris che vedremo tra poco nelle immagini girate dal nostro caro amico Alfredo, che mostra come avere un look anamorfico preservando le qualità della lente. Ok, Benoît, let's talk about these new accessories.
Yeah, so we are really glad to have now this new wide angle attachment, which is made for giving wider field of views to the users. It comes as an accessory made for the primes. It's mostly made for the wider lenses, so the 18mm and the 21mm from the Optimo series, Optimo Prime series, are meant for rentals and users not to worry about getting an additional super wide lens, which would cost a fortune. On the other side, they can use that and decide even on set to have something wider. So the 18mm becomes a 13mm with very limited distortion, very acceptable distortion, less than 5%, and the 21 becomes a 15. So thanks to this adapter, we have 2 additional focal length in the set of prime lenses.
It's always important to give the flexibility and the possibility to rental houses to maybe match 2 lenses. For example, I will use a 28,
Yeah.
put it on a 28 to have a shoot maybe where I need the 221.
Exactly.
So with
It's
one set,
additional-
I can have maybe with 2 camera, I have
Absolutely.
cover for more
Yeah.
format and more lenses
You're
and
right.
more millimeters.
It gives much more flexibility and many more options. And on top of that, happy news, this wide-angle adapter works also very good on the Easy 1 and Easy 2.
Oh,
Same
wow.
front diameter, and also on the ultra-compact wide-angle.
This is a good news for clients that already purchased some of the zoom
Yeah.
and want to integrate it with the prime lenses.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Let's talk about the oval iris. Ora siamo qui con 2 prime lenses 40 mm, una con l'iris ovale e una con l'iris circolare. Ora vediamo le differenze insieme a Benoît.
See, we are so glad to finally introduce this oval iris for the first time on IBC, the first time in Europe. It's available for delivery within 2 weeks, so it's coming now. Before going into the details, just for people to understand that these lenses, as maybe some people don't have understood yet, are the lenses from Optimo primes, which can be tuned and customized depending on the cinematographer's taste. So with the toolbox, which you've just seen, which is made for the Optimo primes, the users and the lens tech, mostly the lens tech from the rental, can prepare the lens before the shoot and opening the lens by the front, taking off the optical group at once. The lens tech can change a piece of glass, internal piece of glass, giving a different flavor. Mostly we speak about diffusion filters like the ones made by Tiffen. So to soften the look, to give it something different, more creamy, less sharp, whatever. Any diffusion filter you have in mind can be used on the lens, inside the lens. And at the same time, at the same step of the process, people can also change the iris. So the iris comes with 9 blades natively, spherical iris. But what is coming now is an oval iris. It's a kind of beauty, mechanics beauty, made of coming after long months and years of engineering, made of 16 blades. And the oval iris is meant to provide to the lens something different in the out of focus area. The idea is to pretend that the lens is anamorphic while it's kept spherical with all these qualities. So of course, to make it real and to make it like something credible, we had also to have this oval iris and the shape to stay vertical, because we speak about an oval iris which really actually moves and closes. It's not a mask. So if I do that, for example, on this oval iris, you see that you have less light or more light, and the shape of the bokeh stays vertical, which was one of the biggest challenges. So obviously, if you check the screen on the left, you have the same lens, but with a spherical iris. So you definitely immediately see the difference, that the lights in the out of focus area don't have the same shape at all. It goes there and also in the small lights here. All the lights are seen different. And what is to be reminded is that it's meant for people to have this anamorphic feel which they love when they shoot anamorphic. We've done that because, first of all, it's a new way to use these Optimo primes. So for the rental companies, it's another option and another look they can provide to their users and customers. And second thing, for the users, it's also a great way to have an anamorphic feel and look, keeping the modern Optimo primes qualities, which are the lenses are small, are lightweight. You have a very short MOD, so it allows you to shoot something which you cannot shoot in a car, for example, when you have something wide to do. The MOD is kept super close. And it's you have the metadata as well.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Fine. The last one.
So the lenses, Optimo primes are kept small, compact, lightweight, and you keep the very short MOD of the Optimo primes, which is, of course, not the same with anamorphic lenses. So basically, the idea is to give the advantages of the spherical lenses, but having this anamorphic flavor. I forgot to mention as well that because of this system, you may also add an uncoated filter inside the lens. While you change the iris, you may also change the piece of glass and put an uncoated instead of the standard one. So you have more flare coming. And you can also add a rare filter with a thread in, which is also part of this system. And this filter will be with blue streak, for example. So it will give you like some blue streaks in the process.
Thank you a lot, Benoit. Grazie ragazzi per averci seguito fino a qui questo video e speriamo di annunciare presto tante novità anche per Angenieux. Venite a vedere i prodotti Angenieux al nostro showroom di Cologno o prenotate una demo a Caserta.